I was considering something earlier, and then again a second ago, having to do with the pineal gland and everything that you can do with the purpose of opening it, is like all the really, you know, it's the beauty, right? Because it won't open. Reason I'm saying is because in hieroglyphics, Ma'at reconstructed the body of Osiris without the phallic, and she placed wooden phallic, and so here you have, in a sense, they were not always doing this, but at one point in time, they brought in the kings of Israel to bulwark for Egyptian power. Then, if they didn't call themselves Egypt at the time, and they were also importing pharaohs as pilgrims from other parts of Africa to stand in as the example of the living God before man. They were gay, and what was before them was a paternalistic structure where the pharaohs were women. Men gathered calories from the rough areas. You can understand that maybe there's calories everywhere, but the fact is, right, that stress is not good for the embryo. So like, if you and bulwark, there were still bulwarking going on before. You know what I mean? But we were living on the West Africa as men, while the pharaohs inhabited the West Nile Valley, where it was good temperate, you know what I mean, and not harsh and rugged, right? So stress-free for the embryo, because the pineal gland is the wrong embryo. In ska music, there's a song called "Wrong Embryo," it's the wrong embryo, something like that. I'm bad at ska. Ska is already terrible, but it starts with ska. Like, it starts with, ska is like a riff and a beat. Like, they need each other or something. Like, when you get them together, you know what I mean, then it can be like a metronome instead of the metronome, but allows more of a different flavor. Just like fucking songs arranged in the key of A, or played, or harmonized or tuned in with C at the frequency of 432 megahertz instead of 440, right? And which is also why the ukulele has a second, one of the higher notes on top, but with the lower notes, like the notes, I forget what they call this arrangement, but it does something to make vibrancy happen in harmonizing the instruments to sound like human vocal cords, because you have a gene that expresses itself as a plant that acts like a plant. You have a chromosome that expresses itself as a gene that acts like a plant, right? And then also the lower heaven, right? It's like there's a bendu seed in the clitoris called a V Venus. And I'm not trying to be like gross or anything and focus on the body part. That would be the way, because the body part is not gross in itself, but I'm not trying to focus on the body part. You know what I'm saying? Because it's the divine feminine principle has an energy that can be turned over to suit the patriarchy as a system of governance, and with delegates and staking and all this kind of shit. So, because your vote is your vote. Your volt is your vote, and its currency, and it's synonymous, right? If you don't understand that, because it's going to be a long time before, I think, fully automation of services with depersonalization of money. Because money is a slang name for somebody, I think, like it's a correlation between the waxing and the waning of the moon and the waxing and the waning of wealth, and that to iterate knowledge, wealth pursues knowledge. So pursue knowledge, not wealth, and because it will wane. If you pursue wealth, your wealth wanes like the moon. It's a correlation. It's not like we don't spend or use or have money. We use like systems of remittances. Okay, anyways, a dollar bill, a paper fiat dollar, is a ledger note. It's a paper wallet also. It's a paper ledger wallet, but it doesn't have blockchain. You know what I'm saying? It's a ledger system, and a Bitcoin is a ledger system. Like there's a train track, and then there's what runs on the track. So like Bitcoin is the train, and the track is blockchain, and blockchain can also adapt to quantum tangle technology, and quantum tangle technology can operate on and off chain, supporting blocks that can gossip, to be able to populate data fields with authenticated data. You know what I mean? Like for data, it's data query. You know, data is the new gold. I didn't mean to tie it directly in with the crypto, but there's like things that we don't understand or know about what the future and like what the 20s are going to look like. You know what I mean? At all. Like as far as like, because we know that what's happened in the past is that we didn't put any stock in what we could do in the internet. You know, have you seen this video a million times? I just well, good. I think that concludes.